Hey guys, it's Sam for Digital Meat, and in this video I just wanted to give you a quick update. Some of you may have noticed that the website has been down for quite a while, and I just wanted to explain why. So first things first, the website is now back up, so feel free to come and visit at your leisure. There are a couple of reasons that the site has been down for so long. The first of which is the fact that I went freelance full-time in August last year. Running my own business is pretty new to me, so it's been a bit of a culture shock. So not only am I just doing 3D work, but I'm also having to manage projects, keep records of incomes and expenses, and more importantly, generate work. So as you can imagine, my first priority above all else is being able to pay my rent and feed myself. The second reason is I'm not a web developer, although I have slowly become one over the last month or so. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds needed to throw at a web developer, so that responsibility has fallen at my feet. Anyway, less of the sob story. This isn't the X factor, so let's have a look at the changes to the website. Now, you may look at this and go, well, it doesn't look like much has changed. A lot of the changes have actually been on the back end, so it runs better, better security. Not that the security was bad, but it's just better now. So let's have a look at the cosmetic changes. First thing you'll notice is the site-wide buttons. All the buttons have been restyled, so you'll notice that all around the site. The animations are smoother and they're just more satisfying to click on, really. Also the menu bar, let's have a look at that quick. So if I drag this off now, this is actually responsive in a much better way now. So if we shrink the size of the screen down, when it butts up against the logo there, the text shrinks, and then at mobile sizes we get this hamburger menu, and all the pages can be accessed there. And also we were having some problems with this cart. It was kind of jumping around between, you know, when we went between this tablet view and mobile, it wasn't right. So that's now been fixed. Something else that you'll notice site-wide, the whole site is now responsive and optimized for mobile devices. So if we go down here and have a look at these and bring the screen size down, you'll notice that these will actually adjust now. And as we go further down to mobile sizes, the size of the text changes. All the margins are adapted to mobile devices. So if you were viewing this on a mobile, you'd look down like this, and everything's as it should be. You also get this nice little button here. If you want to shoot back up to the top of the page, you can just press that. So that's what we've got there. Right, moving on, let's go have a look at the blog. You'll now notice that the headers for each blog article are now a different color. They also size correctly and they're responsive. You'll also notice that this logo on the left-hand side is a lot smaller than it used to be, which makes sense really because the star of the show is the content. So you don't want this thing taking up a load of space. You want the content to be up front and center. You'll also notice that under each post in this blog list now, that the social media share buttons are now underneath the content on each post. So that makes it much, much easier for you to share these on social media from this page. You no longer have to delve into the actual post itself to see these buttons. If you want to comment, you still have to go into the post because obviously we don't want comments on this page clogging up you know, the content. So that's what's happened there. Like I said before, this now responds correctly to, you know, it's optimized for mobile devices. So at tablet screen sizes, this sidebar disappears and so does this icon. So as we get down, you can see that the content is up front and center. And then as we get down to mobile view, the text sizes change and everything's ordered nicely. So it should just give us a better experience on mobile now. The reason I wasn't too bothered about it before is because I figured that, you know, as 3D artists, most of you can be on desktop, so it wasn't really a concern of mine. But after looking at the analytics, I discovered that there was actually quite a lot of traffic from mobile devices. So, and it makes sense really, because if you guys are maybe on public transport or something like that, and you want to watch a video, you can do that on your mobile device. So that's why I've made the effort to make this change. Okay, the tutorial page. Let's go to tutorials. We still have the poll here. The parallax image in the background was actually causing problems sometimes upon loading this, so I've changed that. That shouldn't cause a problem anymore. You can still filter the tutorials by category, just like before. In fact, I've improved the speed of this loading as well, so that should be a lot quicker. But again, the main thing is the mobile stuff. Before, when you change the screen size and as it got smaller, these tutorials would actually stack up on top of each other one by one at mobile sizes. And there's a lot of information here. There's a lot of tutorials. So having to scroll through this one by one at mobile sizes was a bit of a chore. So I've changed this now. So at desktop sizes, you get 6 in a row. At tablet sizes, you get 5 in a row. The sidebar disappears. You get 5 here. And then at mobile sizes, it clips down to 3 in a row. You can still filter using these buttons here, as you should be able to, but on the screen, you should be able to see a lot more of this content at the same time, instead of scrolling through one by one. So that's a marked improvement, I think. And if we actually go into one of these posts as well, again, we can see that this is all optimized now. The text changes and the header stuff as well. These were stacking up weirdly, but now they actually react correctly. So at mobile sizes, this looks correct. The text size adjusts. These don't stack up on top of each other anymore. They're all in line, which is nice. And actually that brings me to my next point, the footer. It used to be that the footer, when you adjusted your screen size or tried to view this on mobile, these icons would stack up on top of each other in a long line vertically, which looked ridiculous. So now these actually react correctly at mobile sizes. So this is what it will look like at mobile sizes. So let's just bring this back up and go back to the tutorial page. What's next on my list? Okay, so if we go to the account button up here, if you're not logged in, well, if you're logged in, it will take you to your account page. If you're not logged in, it will take you to the login page. So if we click account, I'm not logged in, so it takes you to this page now. Again, this all responds correctly. And because this is a form and filling it in on a mobile device can be quite fiddly, I've made sure to make it nice and big for mobile devices to make it as easy as possible to sign in on a mobile device. Same with the register page. If you're registering for an account, you get this on mobile. And this is what it looks like on a desktop. Just reload that. So we get all the sidebar there. So yeah, those have been adjusted for that as well. If you go to the Prime membership area of the website, I'm not logged in. If you're not logged in or you're not a member of the Prime membership, you'll get this page. This also reacts correctly to mobile devices now. So as we shrink this down, boop, it does this. So it'll display correctly. The same is true for 404 pages as well. So if I go up to my URL and type a load of gibberish in here, like a page that doesn't exist, you'll get this page saying, where's the beef? Sorry, the page doesn't exist. And as you scale down to mobile sizes, this adapts to the screen size. Okay, so just going back then. Let's move on to the store. So we've now got a new sidebar layout in the store. It's a lot more sort of concise. It's not as cluttered, I don't think. Yeah, he's just generally had a facelift. And yeah, so let's go into a single product. This is the Prime membership. Again, this all works great with mobile device sizes, which is good. And some of you may have noticed that when you used to add a product to the basket, the message that popped up saying, hey, you've added this to your basket, would for some reason appear above the header. So in between the menu and the header, and it just looked rubbish. So I've managed to fix that now. So if you add something to the basket, you'll see that the colours have had a bit of a facelift, and so has the button, and it'll appear above the product instead of above this. which is great. And if I try to add the same product to my basket again, you'll see that the error message appears here too, and has a bit of a better look as well. And obviously you've got your mini basket here, and you can remove stuff from there. Okay, moving on to the gallery. Again, site-wide changes. If I go into renders now, this is what it looks like, and if we shrink it down, displays better on mobile devices. The same for pretty much all of this stuff, really. Same with the WebM page. It's just, it looks better at mobile sizes now. And yeah. So these are just looping WebMs that go on forever. And they actually look correct on mobile now. I think there was a few issues before, but they seem to have been ironed out. Well, they don't seem to be ironed out. I did it. Okay, the contact page. Again, mobile sizes. It all works correctly now. It stacks up correctly, and I've kept the form nice and big for you guys to make it easier for you guys. Okay, onto the support page. This has had a facelift before. It looked a little bit, I don't know, I didn't like it and I didn't know why, but I've given it a bit of a facelift. Different colours, different layout. It's here that you can support Digital Meat. You can either join the Prime membership, although you can do that in the store. If you click join here, it will take you straight to that product and you can buy it. That'll give you access to the Prime members area. Here's a Digital Meat donation form, suggested donations here, and then the actual donation form. This has all had a facelift, so again, if I scale this down, it all appears beautifully on mobile devices. Again, I've tried to keep this big so you can actually see what you're looking at. And I think I've given the actual form itself a bit of a facelift. Yeah, I might do a bit more work on that, but yeah. Cool, so that's the support page. The about page as well. This is, oh God, there's my ugly mug there. Again, this all responds correctly now. It all stacks up and great. It all looks good. I'm sure you guys can have a look around the site and discover all this stuff yourself, so I don't know why I'm banging on about this too much. I do want to talk about coming changes. The sidebar here will be updated. I think that it needs to be a lot more colourful. It seems a bit monotoned in its colour, so I want to make the sidebar a lot more excited. I just wanted to get the site back up as quickly as possible in a functional state so you guys can get back to using it. So the sidebar wasn't really a high priority, but that will be changing. What else? Faster loading, faster page loading. I've actually got caching turned off at the moment, so I think this, considering that nothing's cached, the site loads pretty good. I say that and then this takes ages. There you go. But yeah, I will be improving the loading speed of each page by using caching. The reason that it's not turned on at the moment is because I need to run some tests to make sure that it doesn't affect the logged in and out status of users. So I don't want users to have problems because of caching. So I'm going to be running tests with that, and then the page loading speed should increase by a lot. So the site will be lightning fast in the coming weeks. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I just wanted to sort of keep you abreast of what I've been up to, and I haven't sort of been sitting around twiddling my thumbs. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've just been trying to make the user experience on my site just that little bit nicer. So now that's done. Well, it's not completed yet. Like I said, I'm going to increase the page loading speed, and I'm going to sort out the sidebar and just make some changes around the site here and there. So it will gradually improve as we go along. But now the bulk of this is out the way and the foundation is all good, it does mean that I can actually get back to concentrating on tutorials and sorting out those little bits and bobs. Anyway, I hope the information was, I don't know, useful for you in some kind of way. And well, yeah, I'll see you in the next tutorial, guys. For my viewers on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of new tutorials. You can check out content at digitalmeat.uk, where you can filter my tutorials by category and vote in the poll for upcoming tutorials. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description and the footer of my website. If you'd like to help support Digital Meat, this can be done via Patreon or the support page on the website. But if you want to help Digital Meat keep going and bag yourself some extra in-depth tutorial content, the Prime membership is available for purchase in the store. This will grant you access to the Prime membership area of the website. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!